Hey guys, I'm Focused and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the most recent Dead by Daylight mobile AMA from Reddit and some of the key information that was presented to us. Now, before we begin, in the description below, I'm going to leave the specific questions I cover from this AMA with timestamps. So if you're not interested in watching the entire thing, to see if a question that you have regarding Dead by Daylight mobile was answered, feel free to use those timestamps below, and thanks for watching. Also, if you love Dead by Daylight and you love mobile gaming, if that is your thing, make sure to hit the subscribe button below and click the bell to be notified of the future videos. All right, let's hop into it. So, looking over my notes here, on July the 4th, 2019, Dead by Daylight Mobile open beta launched into the Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and Norway regions on both the Google Play and iOS App Store. With some, I don't know, cunning industry knowledge of how to work around certain limitations, I was able to get my hands on it, and I've put about 10 hours into it so far. I've been a little busy. It's been wife's birthday and 4th of July and whatnot, but I must say, I am thoroughly impressed so far. So, let me pull up a little thing here before we get started. If you don't know what Dead by Daylight Mobile is, I've got a little trailer here. We're going to go ahead and throw that on the screen so you guys can see a little bit of Dead by Daylight Mobile. I'm going to go away for a minute. Be right back. All right, there you have it. That is the entire Dead by Daylight console slash PC experience on mobile phones. So, during each week in the month of July, a little picture here. During each week in the month of July, the DBD mobile development team are going to be holding an AMA on Reddit with different developers each week. So if you aren't aware of what an AMA is, it's basically where a developer sits down and answers questions to the best of their ability from us, the players, basically. It's an opportunity for them to stay in close touch with the community, answer the questions that they can based on the knowledge that they're allowed to share. Also, by the way, if you have any questions that aren't answered in today's video from the most recent AMA, feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get them answered for you during one of the next AMA sessions that you see here on the screen. Alright, so let's hop into it and start going over some of these questions that were answered. So there were a lot of questions, and this video would be very long if I tried to cover every single one. So I kind of consolidated and got it down to some of the ones that I felt were the most important regarding Dead by Daylight mobile. There were a lot of questions regarding Dead by Daylight in general, a lot of troll questions from haters of Dead by Daylight, all those sort of things we won't cover. But let's go ahead and hop into it. Again, timestamps will be below for all of these questions, so if you want to skip to a certain question to see what her response was, feel free to do so. All right, the first question that we have here is regarding abuse. And it says, let me zoom in here a little bit. And it says, what is your game doing? Is that big enough to see? What is your game doing to ensure it isn't encouraging or abusing addictive spending behaviors in players, especially children? And Diane's response, here's Diane from Behavior. Right here. Super awesome. Okay. This week's DBD Mobile AMA was held on July the 5th from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. EDT by Diane. Her last name is like Guillemot. I believe it's French, so I apologize if that's not how it's pronounced. She's the game designer at Behavior on DBDMobile. So during this 3 hour and even beyond time frame, she went above and beyond with this. She answered as many questions as she could with the information that she had and that she was allowed to give. So, in regards to this question here, she says that just a reminder that the game is rated 17 plus. It's not a pay to win. All of our monetization is around having new characters and customization. So even if you don't look the best, you can still be the best. You can ask more questions about that to Rose, our product manager, during her AMA on July 22nd. Playing Dead by Daylight Mobile myself, the only things that I've seen that you are able to spend real money on are exactly like you can spend on the console and PC versions. The only difference with Dead by Daylight Mobile is that with it being free to play, you do have a few characters unlocked already for you, but you do have to purchase characters individually instead of DLC as a package. I've purchased all the current survivors and all of the current killers, and it cost me around $80 to unlock them all. Other than that, it's just skins like you have on the regular version. Alright, so the next question is regarding account syncing. It says, will I be able to sync my mobile account with my PC account? If not, why? Diane says, no, you will not be able to sync your account. It's not possible because mobile progression and the economy are different than on PC. I know that was a question, being able to sync your accounts, but no, you will not be able to sync your account. Fresh progression. This next question here is in regards to balance. So it says, will mobile be receiving balance changes alongside PC and console or separately? She said mobile will receive changes alongside the PC and the consoles. If needed, because of the platform, we will do mobile-specific balance changes. So in regards to the fact that it's being played on a mobile phone, there are some limitations in certain things with screen real estate and how you play the mobile version that could need balancing. The next question is regarding how is DBD mobile different than PC and console? So she says, we've made a few changes in the progression system. The blood web has been modified into a new feature. The UI has been adapted so it's easier for people to navigate. We have a lot of new other things coming in the future. And remember, we are still in beta for the moment, so stay tuned. There are a few differences, but it's the same game on mobile as it is on other platforms. Alright, so this question was a good one. I really enjoyed this one, so I added it here. The question was the biggest challenges to designing horror for mobile. I can translate the technical talk, studied game development. She says, I think that the hardest thing has been the player experience. Keeping the player immersed in the game on the go devices is still a challenge. Depending on the way the player will use the game, it can be really difficult compared to a console game where you will be at home, not distracted by something else. Also, the sounds are really important in horror games, and when I say sounds, I also mean moments of silence, and it's not perfect on mobile devices. I really like that question, and that was a good answer by the end. Right, this one is in regard to core changes. The question asks, where did the idea for core gameplay changes come from, i.e. no blood webs, and a core leveling up system / blood market instead? Were there issues stopping the original game's implementation, and what steps did you take to pursue the problem? Are there other unused ideas? Diane says, our main intentions for changing some of the core gameplay were to adapt the game to mobile players. The blood web is great, but not easy to use on mobile. It was also more natural for us that leveling up and unlocking perks based on your experience in-game. Optimization was the biggest issue to bring the game to mobile, and it took a lot of work from our team. And as for unused ideas, yes, we had some, but I can't tell you which one. We may use them in the future. Being a little sneaky there, Diane. Okay. This one was a big one for me in regards to the game and how it would run. This is regarding dedicated servers for mobile. We know that dedicated servers are on the roadmap for 2019 for the console and PC version. This one says, does the mobile version run on dedicated servers, or is the killer still hosting the games? Diane replies with, yes. It's on dedicated servers. It runs magnificently on my iPhone 8 Plus. I have not had a single problem with any type of lag, any type of getting hit once I'm over Windows or whatnot. It runs fantastic. The next one is sort of a personal question, and it says, what are your favorite games of all time? I thought this was interesting because it gave me a little insight on Diane herself. She says, Resident Evil 2, Silent Hill 2, Ocarina of Time, League of Legends, and of course, Dead by Daylight. Thank you for that, Diane. Now, this is another question I've seen. The frame rate with it being on mobile. I've seen comments from people saying, you can't even get it running on PC. How are you going to play it on a phone at 11 FPS? This question says, most importantly, I feel frame rate resolution is needed to have a minimum enjoyable DBD experience. So, my questions are, what frame rate is the DBD team on the mobile aiming for the finished product? And what resolution will the game be rendered in? She says, we are aiming at 30 FPS. For more technical aspects, you can ask JP, our technical director, during his AMA next week. I can say, I have not experienced any frame drops. I have an iPhone 8 Plus. The game runs fantastic. My iPhone is not the newest iPhone out. It is not the best iPhone out. But on an iPhone 8 Plus, it runs fantastic. Alright, so this question was one that a lot of people were asking. In regards to the game itself, with it being free to play. So it says, why are all the free characters not free, not including Bill nor the free characters for console? Kind of angers me to see that Jake and the Wraith you must buy or play to unlock, as they are original in regards to the other platform versions. I can more so understand with characters like the Nurse or Huntress or Nia and David, as they are not original characters. So why is that needed for the mobile version of the game? Diane replies, we had to do some adjustment because the mobile version is free. But I said it in the comment, I'm a designer, so I'm not the best person to answer this. You'll be able to ask this to Rose, our product manager, during her AMA on July 22nd. The game is free. There's no barrier entry to the game, and you do have you have 2 survivors and 2 killers that are unlocked for free already for you. They have to make money somehow, and in order to make the game more accessible for anyone and adapt it to the mobile market, myself being a mobile gaming content creator for the last almost 2 years now, I understand completely, and I'm okay with that decision. The next question is in regards to grinding. So they ask, how much grinding will the game have compared to the console and PC version? Will it be toned down for mobile players or kept at the same rate? Will there be a system to let you link your mobile DBD and console/PC version to earn unique cosmetics, similar to how Injustice 2 and MK11 does it? Diane says, the grinding on mobile will be adapted for shorter sessions. You'll be able to progress faster if you put the same time on mobile than on PC. For your second question, I can't really share much details with you right now, but stay tuned to our official announcement. Winky face. Winky face. From the time that I've played, I can say the games don't seem any different in terms of length for me as a mobile player and as someone who plays on other platforms. It pretty much feels exactly the same. I haven't noticed any uniqueness in terms of playing on mobile. As a matter of fact, during one of my streams today, I said, like, I don't realize half the time that I'm playing on my phone because I'm so immersed in the game. I'm playing Dead by Daylight. It feels exactly the same to me. All right, now this is a question that I had regarding something going on in the beta currently, the heartbeat. Now, if you haven't played it, the heartbeat itself has a visual indicator, like Identity 5, if you've ever played Identity 5. As the killer gets closer to you, once the terror radius you're in the terror radius, you see a red heart start to beat. And as he gets close enough, it starts to turn white. But there's no heartbeat sound. So my question to Diane was this. I said, hello, Diane. In regards to the current iteration of the beta, my question is the heartbeat. Currently, there is no audible heartbeat sound like there is on other platforms, but a visual indicator. Are there plans to implement the heartbeat, or is it going to stay a visual only thing? And of course, thank you for your time. She says, hi. We are aware of this issue and we are working on it right now. The heartbeat sound is definitely supposed to be here. So for any of you that are wondering, yes, it is supposed to be there. All right, this is in regards to platforms. Question is, what about Android? Diane says it's available on iOS and Android, Mr. Dr. Fridge 5. This is another question that I thought was really good in regards to mobile gaming in general and the stigma behind mobile gaming. Red Ace asks, loot boxes. I really hope not, but since it's a mobile game, I wouldn't be surprised if they were in the game for monetization reasons. Excuse me. She says, I'm not quite sure about this, but if we ever do or we don't, we will make sure to communicate and get feedback from you guys. That's neither a no or a yes, but currently there is not anything like that in the game. I don't honestly think it would work with Dead by Daylight, but you never know. This question is a question. Being a mobile gaming content creator, I hear all the time. Question asks, a rare finding says, are mobile gamers real gamers? Looking at you, Dr. Disrespect. She says, to each his own. But from my personal point of view, yes. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate you. This one is in regards to optimization. Hesnart says, I love the console version. I've been playing the mobile version any chance I'm not at home, which isn't as much as it's only been available a day, but still. That said, are the graphics going to improve between now and release? Diane replies with, our optimization team is working really hard right now, both on performance and the visual quality of the game. We'll keep on doing so until our release and afterwards. You'll be able to ask more questions and have better answers to JP, our technical director, during his AMA on July 17th. Whew. We've got a lot of questions for these developers. Like it. Okay, this is another one that I personally had in regards to something else that I noticed on the beta. It's about perk descriptions. I said, hello, Diane. This may be more feedback oriented, but also a question. Currently, when selecting add-ons and also offerings, you can press and hold to read the descriptions, but currently it does not work for perks or offerings. Is this something the team is aware of? It would be easier for new players coming in to know what the perks do, what. The only time you get a description is when you unlock it. After that, there's no other description for the perks currently. So someone who doesn't play Dead by Daylight normally wouldn't really know what they are unless they use the wiki or whatnot. I said the only description is when they are initially unlocked, unless I may have missed something. Again, thank you for your time. She says, hi, Focused. Well, hi, Diane. You will also have descriptions for perks, don't worry. And as you know, we are currently in beta, so some features are still in development, and this is one of them. I ask these questions because I personally want to know. I understand that we're in beta. I understand. I had a nice little conversation with Kote in regards to the beta, and there's a lot of not mechanics, but a lot of features that are still in development. So it's nice to hear that this is one of them, and that they are aware. Have all faith in behavior, guys. It's like one of the best development teams I've ever talked to, and I love behavior. Anyway, this next one is regarding session length. It says, will the sessions of DBD end up being shorter than console and PC? And will the gray area of disconnects be changed for mobile so the game won't punish you for someone else's poor phone connection? Thanks. Diane, she says, the gameplay does not change on mobile, but since the platform is a different way to play, it's possible that it impacts the length of the sessions. As for the possible disconnection issues, I can't give you too many details right now, but rest assured that we are aware of it. They're already on the ball, guys. This question from Legendib is regarding starting over. Will cross-save be available, or will I be able to get all of my items from my console to my mobile device, or will we have to start over? Diane says, hi. You will have to start over. DBDMobile is a whole new progression. If you love Dead by Daylight as much as I do, I'm okay with that because I get to experience it all again, and it's fantastic. This next question here is about surviving with friends. Currently, there's no survive with friends option. you play solo, whether you play killer or survivor. Lady Phasma asks, will you be implementing a play with friends mode? Will there be an in-game chat also? Diane replies with, you will definitely be able to play with your friends. And as for the chat, it's not planned at the moment. Console does not have a chat. And when I play on console, it's absolutely fantastic. All right, this is another one by me regarding Teachables, because the way the current system is working, the blood market is not tied to your level. You have a separate experience level for each individual killer and survivor. So with it not being on the blood web, I asked, hello Diane, with the current leveling system, are Teachables automatically learned at the 30, 35, and 40 levels as other platforms, right? But thank you for your time. She says, hey Focused, with the current leveling system, Teachables are automatically learned at the 20, 30, and 40 levels on the mobile version. So that's something a little different. So they are automatically learned at the 20, 30, and 40 levels on the mobile version. What are you waiting for? Get out there and level. This is a big one. I saw a lot. When will DBD Mobile Beta be available to people in the US? Diane says, I can't share too much details about it right now, but we will keep opening the beta to other countries until the full release. Stay tuned on our official channels for more information. Mobile.deadbydaylight.com. This question here says, why are resources being invested into a mobile port? Diane says, we want as much people as possible to be able to enjoy DBD. Something people don't quite understand. The player base of mobile games is huge, and it opens up so many new people to the franchises that we love. So why not? This last one here is another one from me, and it's regarding if you played the beta you currently see when you start the game, you are asked to enter in your username. My name, Focused. But when you're actually playing, it just says unknown or local host or iPhone user or something along those lines, but it doesn't show the actual name. So I ask, hello Diane. In the current iteration of the beta, we are asked to input our username, but in game they show up as unknown or local host. Is this just due to the build of the game that we currently have? And if so, is it being addressed? Thank you for your time. She said hi again. We are aware of this issue and are working on it in the moment. There you have it. All right. So there you have it. Straight from the horse's mouth, as the saying goes. I want to give a huge shout out to Diane for taking the time to go above and beyond answering some of the most important questions regarding DBD Mobile Beta and the release. I know we all very, very much appreciate it. She even, after work and late into the evening, I saw new questions and answers being thrown on the Reddit. So we really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that, Diane, and I look forward to the rest of the AMAs. I'm going to throw that back up on the screen here. This is for July the 5th, we had Diane. July the 12th, we have Emily, the UI artist. July the 19th, we have JP, the tech director. And on July 22nd, Rose Lee, the product manager of live operations. Make sure if you have any questions and you can't make it to one of the AMA sessions, I will be in each one of those. Feel free to drop it in the comment section below. Any questions you have, and I will do my best to get them answered for you and put them in a video. So that's it for this video, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're a mobile gaming Dead by Daylight fanatic like myself. Give a huge shout out to the DBD Mobile team. They're doing fantastic work. And thank you guys again so much for bringing my favorite game to my favorite platform. I appreciate it. So thanks for watching. And as always, until next time, be safe and take care of each other. Peace out.